It's a feeling, kind of like it's a state of mind, one of the kind. It's a heating to make your
Well, hi guys. This is a video I've been trying to make for a while, but circumstances has done it a little bit difficult for me. Circumstances has done it a little bit difficult for me at the moment. As you can hear, I'm fighting the issue with my speech. But I thought it was about time to post another video now, because it's been a while. A year actually, I think, maybe more. And I want to talk a little bit about the DM3, Yamaha DM3 mixer as a recording platform. And it's marvelous. I can only say it in a short way. It's fantastic. I use it in connection with Logic on a Mac, but you could use it with any kind of software, Cubase, Ableton, whatever. I use it Logic, and it's one simple cable from the back of the mixer into the Mac. Off you go. You load up Logic and all the tracks appear in Logic, and yeah, name it or whatever you want and record. But it's very important to remember to tune the PA before you start this process. And this is my personal opinion, of course, as always. I tune it. I'm using a real-time analyzer. I'm doing it all the way, and I tune it relatively flat. Not completely flat, but relatively flat. So that means that I take off a little bit low end. And usually I take off a little bit of high end. So you have a little bit, let's say, dull sounding PA. When you play music on it, it doesn't engage you. But when you can see on the RTA if you have a problem in the room. There's some frequencies are really bouncing off and taking off, and just take them down. Not all the way, but so it's pleasant, so it doesn't make thing resonate. This is not the correct way of doing it, but after a few years on the road, you get a feel for it. And it's very quick. It takes you about a couple of minutes, and then you're through. And same goes for monitoring. The easy trick is to take an old trusty SM58 and do like this on your chest. If it sounds like a kick drum, it's okay. If it sounds muffled like this, there's something wrong somewhere. And when you've done that, this is especially important for monitoring. Talking to the microphone. Still an SM58, very important. For me, it's very important. You can use any mic you like, but you have to know the mic. And whisper. When you can hear every word clear when you whisper, then your EQ is set reasonably good. If it's only like when you whisper in the microphone, then I can assure you it's a very difficult day at work. Same goes for the sound out on the vocal channels. Whisper in the microphone when you can hear every word written perfectly. When you can hear every word in a perfect way without raising the volume too much, it's probably gonna make your day a lot more easy at work. This is not only for the Yamaha. This is a general trick that goes for every PA. And I can assure you that the old guys like me, they don't talk much about this, but that's the way they do it. They've been doing it since 60s. Since we had 4 channels and up. Well, some feel a little embarrassed about it. I feel very proud about it. But that's... I learned this trick to a couple of young guys and it changed completely how I work. So I think it's worth testing. Maybe you don't get it right the first 2 or 3 times, but you will eventually learn the system. And because when you're traveling a little bit, you get a lot of different systems. And when you start to recognize your kind of sound, that's when it's interesting. It's not the same every night, it's a different system every night. So this is a big change for a few people. A lot of people, actually. And this is very easy to do, and it's very quick. And usually in a modern stage situation, you do not get a sound check. Ever. Just a line check, and that's it, and you have to do it yourself. And this is another point where the DM3 is really strong. When I do the recordings, I don't touch anything. I just press rec on the corresponding channel, and that's it. So I record directly after the mixer's gain, whatever. And no effects, no nothing. So it's very important to keep control of your input signals. And the strong point with the DM is that the actual presets, even if they don't have a correct EQ for your maybe they have, maybe they don't, but I never use it as a one knob mixer. I always try to, because I think I'm better in the mixer, I'm an idiot as I am, but okay. But the gain settings are usually very close to what you're gonna experience when the band starts to play, and this is especially important for me, because if you don't have a sound check, it has to be very controlled. And fortunately it's not more than 16 channels, so it's a relatively easy job, but I find that I only have to adjust minor small things when the gain world. That's quite important when you're working with high-end condenser microphones like I am. And the SM58 example is just, I use it for 2 things. The sound check and a whispering test. And I use it for trumpet. Actually, I found it very useful on trumpet, but that's about it. And if I need a lot of song mics, I use the SM58 because I know it very well. So it's a very safe way to go, but on the instruments and everything else, I use always like Earthworks, AKG, C180s, yeah, stuff like that. So do yourself a favor and tune your PA, and you're gonna thank me after. It's gonna make you, even if you tune it wrong, you're gonna have an understanding of what's happening in the sound system. And one other big mistake is you play too loud. Take down the amps. Don't go down on the master fader or mixer like many other people do. Maybe 2-3 dB or something like that, but don't push the line faders and lower the master. That's another big mistake a lot of people do. It's not the way the pros are doing it. So pay attention to how loud you're gonna play. Actually, you're gonna decide how loud you're gonna play before you start playing. I usually end up in the middle of a room about between 85 and 92 dB. This is I figure out beforehand that this is the sweet spot for the PA system. And then when you come back and dump all your recordings into your DAW or into your home system, in my case, then you what I do, it's maybe a little bit controversial, but I'm saving a lot of time doing this. Before I even listen to it, I normalize all the tracks. And then I export it as an AIF file, and I import it into Luna. Luna is my, slowly recording gear. I prefer to work on that. And I use tape simulation and stuff like that. No EQ. Not to start with. Maybe after a while on some tracks I use a little bit of EQ, but not much. What I mainly work with is limiting, compression, and things like that. Very limited, not much, just a touch. And then I dump it back into, I mix it down. And as a 2-track thing, and I dump it back into Logic. And there you have this genius thing called a stem splitter. I can split drums, bass, piano, vocals, etc. And then I get those as stems or groups of instruments that I really can work with, and I dump it back into Luna. If it's a good band. I do not always do this because it's a little time consuming. And there you can start to EQ it and do stuff to it. So, as a whole drum kit, as a whole bass rig, etc., etc. And then you got a clean vocal track or vocals, so it doesn't have all the leakage. This is a quite new function. So before I used to sit and mute between when they don't sing, etc., and they're clumsy with the microphone and put it somewhere close to drums. It's not nice. Because when you record, it doesn't follow your actual movement on the board. It just records straight from the gain and in. So it's no mutes, no nothing. It's a good thing. Well, it saves your ass if you have muted something and you're a little slow to let go live. It still records without the mute, so it saves your ass sometimes. After a while, you don't do this kind of mistake, but it happens. Because you never heard maybe the band before, you never heard the music before, and so forth. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna play now, because that's what people really want to hear. It's what I record. And I'm gonna play some music now and let you just enjoy it. And as always, pick up a mic, get outside, and record. Grab your mic.
I don't have to go to bed. I've got a small day tomorrow. A small day tomorrow. I don't have to use my head. I've got a small day tomorrow. I can sleep the day away, and it won't cause too much sorrow. Oh no, not tomorrow. So tonight this cat will pay. He's got a small day tomorrow. Now all those weak beats with all of your big deeds are gonna need their sleep. But I'm a dropout who'd rather cap out that one with all the sheep. Honey, children tonight. And there's a car and a borrow until tomorrow. We can swing the broad daylight, 'cause we got a small day tomorrow. With all of your big deals are gonna need their sleep. But I'm a dropout who'd rather cop out that one with all their sheep. Tonight it's night, and there's a car we can borrow until tomorrow. We can swing the broad daylight, 'cause we got a small day tomorrow. nydelig, nydelig sang.